So we'll use black and maybe some light gray glass. So we don't have enough for everything. Okay, so how about we just start now? So we'll put black here on the bottom. When are you going to start doing interior anytime soon? That's not going to be... Hold on. God, my cat today is just being an ass. Yeah, I'm not going to be doing interiors anytime soon. I don't really see the point of me doing it. One, I'm not very good at it. Two, it takes way too much time. I'd rather work on exterior. That's just more of my thing. So I think that's probably the main reason why you're not going to see me doing it anytime soon, is simply because of the fact that it's just, I don't feel like it's my style, you know? It's not what I like to do. So we'll have this come across. This would be good. Oh, does it say I'm... Oh, it does say I'm playing Siege. That's right. I'm used to doing this through my Xbox. Hold on. Let me change this. Boop, boop. Thank you very much for letting me know. Alright, hold on. Boop, boop. And Minecraft. There we go. I just got done playing some Siege. That's why it says that. The clickbait. Oh, I know. I'm such a heavy clickbaiter. You know, I gotta do whatever I can to bring people in. Because like I said, I'm usually used to going through Xbox where you have to change the title. On this, I'm doing some new things, so it makes it a little bit. I gotta remember it more, I guess, might be the best way to say it. Alright, let's make sure just the chat's up. That's all I care about. Go all the way down. Okay. Can you say a dude was doing interior for you? No, I don't think I've ever said that. Simply because of the fact that I don't let anybody build on my world. So that's why I'm not going to be doing interior. And it's probably not going to happen anytime soon because I like building by myself. It's one of those things. It's a pride thing knowing that I built this entire city by myself so far. So it's kind of a pride thing in that respect. But at the same time, I mean, I don't really want interior right now. It's going to make the world really laggy, especially once we start adding thousands and millions of more blocks to do everything. So, at the mall and stuff. Maybe you're thinking of Newfield City from a long time ago, but I don't think I ever said that anybody would be doing interior. I can't remember. You know, I probably said some things in the past. And I can't keep track of everything that I say. Alright, so we'll have to see how this building's going to turn out. I'm not too sure about it yet, but we're just going to have to kind of play it out and see how it's going to turn out. That's kind of what I'm worried about, is hopefully I can make it look good. So, just got to get it right. That's the hard part. Alright, so then we'll use the black stained glass. Doop, 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 doop. Yeah, I tried making a building here yesterday. Because I actually was playing Xbox for a while yesterday here on Southlake, but I wasn't building anything. It was more, I was kind of building, but then kind of destroying, trying to figure out what exactly I wanted to make and where. Because I tried a couple of different building designs, and they just did not, they were not in the area that I wanted, and they were just not in the design I wanted. So I just kept exiting the game, trying to think of, okay, so that one doesn't work there. What other building could I put here instead? And that pretty much just kept going on and on and on. I restart so many times, it's honestly ridiculous. And people probably hate me for it, but, you know, I would rather restart than have something I don't like on my world. Alright, so there's that. So that's good. I'm trying to think. So, I want to use the gray. I want every floor to be 4 blocks tall. So 2, 3, 4, 5. And what I want to do is have this come about maybe to here. Alright, and then we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again. So right here. Where do we stop? So we stop right there. So kind of keep that keep aware of that. So there maybe. Did I get it right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. Hey, Restaurant Wi-Fi. Thank you for following. 2, 3, 4. There we go. We'll add a couple more floors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so I think that'll probably be the last floor. I don't want to make a skyscraper. That's not what I'm going for here. I'm just trying to make a modern-looking office building. That's kind of what I'm going for here. Because I want it to be modern, but not too modern at the same time. I want it to be kind of like that perfect in-between. So we'll just have to see how it will turn out. We might even have to extend these out a little bit more if we must, but let's see how that looks. So far, I think it looks pretty good. So I think we'll stick with this design for now. So then what we'll do is, we'll make some pillars. I'm kind of thinking 2 wide pillars. So maybe right here. So something like this. Oh, and then this would actually go up to gray. Like so. And then using light gray, we come all the way up with this. Oh, so we'll stop it right here for now. That should be good. Hey, Frogman92 followed. Thank you very much. You guys are just fantastic. All right, so then there's that. So now I guys got to figure out the window design. This is going to be one of the trickier parts. So the window design, I want to start. Actually, a really good question about where I actually want to start it, because I have no idea. What do the purple banners around people's names mean in chat? I can't remember. It's really bad that I can't remember. But so I've been trying out a lot of new things for the streams and like overlays, different websites to help make it look more professional, a lot more interactive for you guys. So I've tried a couple of different ones, so I can't remember what purple does mean. I'll have to check. Maybe they're following? Maybe that's it? I think it might be when they're followers, they're purple. I think that might be what it is. Alright, so there's that. So, using our white, I want to start here. Maybe go out 2. Actually, let's go out 3. Then we'll come out 2. Yeah, so it should come out a little bit more. So, we just need to extend the pillar out a little bit more then. So, just like this, kind of repeating. So again, if you're just kind of joining us, we are trying to make a modern office building. Not too modern, but still kind of modern at the same time. I'm not really sure how it's going to turn out yet. I'm not sure what the final design is. Really just kind of playing it as we go. Hey, Grotty Knight 637, thank you for following. And thank you for hosting. Alright. Let's see, what was I going to do? Oh yeah, so 2, 3. Then I want 2. And then we want 2 again. So this will be the window design here. Because then what we do is we come back with another pillar. So another pillar will be... Actually, how's that going to look though? Restaurant Wi-Fi, thank you for hosting the stream as well. So maybe we start here. Bop, bop. So that should be the right spot for this one. So then kind of doing the same thing over again. Yes, I'm not sure if I like that though. Maybe we'll leave a block gap. So if we leave a block gap, hopefully that will solve what I'm thinking is going to be the problem. But I never really know until I start doing it. So then we use the white. We come all the way up. Is this on Xbox One? Yes, it is. Xbox One all day for this city. Only one. I can't go to PC with it, too. Yeah, I can't really take it off of the console. So, yep, it is on Xbox One. Anybody know when the Better Together update is coming out? Oh, wrong material. Because I've heard, like, rumors it's going to be coming out at the end of this month. Not really sure. I haven't really been following it all too much. So, wasn't sure if you guys know or anything. Alright, so if we do it that way, so then we're just going to kind of keep repeating the same design over and over again. It's kind of what I want to do. So, we then take the black glass. We stack up with it. To here should be fine. So we come back down. I know green banners mean mod, so I'm guessing blue banners means they haven't followed yet. Yeah, so blue is just, I believe, I'm kind of just going off memory here. Again, I've been testing a lot of different things. Blue is just if you're joining the stream for the first time, you're just kind of watching, you haven't followed the channel, you're going to be kind of that lighter blue. I believe if you're purple, it means you have followed the channel. Green means you're a moderator, so you can control the chat a little bit. So, yeah. It's going to be coming out in 2 weeks. Oh, awesome. So, I'm kind of excited to see what Southlake will look like with a shaders mod. I think that'll be really cool. I mean, you can guarantee we're going to do a video on that no matter what. So if you guys were wondering if I was going to do that, of course, we are going to be doing that constantly. I think it'll be really cool. All right, so then we kind of continue the same window design. So we start back out here. So 2, 3. Oh, I went 4. Like that. Hey, Xslayer 831, how's it going? So, oh, I don't know why I got rid of that. I needed that. 1, 2. 1, 2, and then 1. So then we need our pillar. Start here. Now we're kind of getting into the rhythm of it and trying to just remember what exactly we're trying to accomplish here. No command blocks. Nope, no command blocks or anything. Are you talking about like the update or are you talking about just my world in general? If you're talking about just Xbox in general, yeah, we don't have any command blocks. Can I show some of the city? Yeah, so give me around maybe 5-10 minutes and I will do a quick little tour of the city, kind of show you guys, especially if you're new to the channel and to the streams, I can kind of show you guys around the city. Not going too in-depth in detail because it could take a very long time if we do it that way. So there's that. So I just want to keep going. We are going to add some more design to the windows. Right now we're just kind of making them as plain as possible. So we'll get there. We're just adding small things at a time, just trying to get the main design done, and then we can kind of come back and add some more stuff later to them. All right. So one of the other things I was talking about at the beginning of the stream, for those of you that are just now joining us, is that I am thinking about starting up the row houses sometime soon. For those of you that have been following the series, you would know that there's no houses, or there are apartments, but there's no houses or row buildings when it comes to like a houses wise. So I think I have an idea for how I want to transition the city into making them. And that was like the main concern before was, okay, how do I make it to where it's a good transition? And I might have found that way to do it. So we're just going to see how it looks in the end. All right, 1, 2, 3. We are getting then in 3 months command blocks. Oh, so console's getting command blocks? What? I didn't know that. I'm not really sure like what I really do with them. You know, like it's going to be cool to have them, but I'm not sure what I'm really going to do with them. I mean, I know I could probably make elevators for interiors and stuff like that, but again, I don't really work on interiors. So I'm trying to think, just like what exactly I would use for them. If you guys have any ideas for what I could do with them, just let me know. Because I've never really used command blocks, so yeah, I'm not really sure what I could really do with them. One of my friends, Ruby Stranger, he's used them a lot more than I have. And do. I friend you, but it is closed, not... I friend you, but it closed, not show on my Xbox. The game should be on open. I might save and exit and then we can try. It should be on open, but, you know, for whatever reason, it might not be. I'll check here in a minute. That way you guys can join, look around the city yourselves, fly around, and just have a good time. All right. Take out the glass. I'm trying to think how many more windows I want to make. Do I want to make one more after this one? Or do I want to make 2? I am a brother of one of the 4J studio workers, so I know. Oh, well, that's really cool. Hey, you know, if you want to show them this city, you know, just let them know. I don't think they've ever heard about it. You know, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You know, it was there for a while. I was, like, when my channel was, like, at its popular, like, peak, you know, Big B Stats, I'm sure you guys have heard of him if you watch Minecraft videos for the consoles. They heard about him. I mean, he's a great YouTuber. Dan Lags, another great YouTuber, they recognized his city, but then like none of my work ever got recognized by 4J, even though I worked alongside a lot of those YouTubers. I think in the beginning it was all because I was cussing a lot, which I get. I mean, you don't want to have that. So let's see. So that's good. Yeah, so it was there for a while. Like I was upset that, you know, all these other YouTubers were getting recognition from 4J. For like their creations, but I wasn't. I don't know why it like kind of upset me. I don't know why it did, but it kind of did at the time. At this point, I don't really care all too much. I mean, it's just, you know, whatever. But there is something, you know, that's really cool about a developer liking your content, you know. I remember getting lags. He doesn't like me. I mean, you know, we all have our reasons, I guess. But it's one of those cool things to where, you know, if you're a YouTuber, being, you know, seeing the developer who makes the game acknowledge your work kind of makes you just feel a little bit better. It makes you like, oh, I'm not going unnoticed kind of thing. To where even if you might have millions of subscribers, it's really cool to always have something, you know, recognized by the game developers themselves. All right, so the game is on open, so bum 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 bum. You could get my brother to mod your world, or to mod my world. What do you mean by mod, though? I mean, I'm tempted to say yes, but at the same time, I'm tempted to say no because I'm kind of scared. I mean, even though I have like 3 or 4 backup saves, you know, I don't want to risk it. But, like, what do you mean by mod? You know, that's a good question, though. Like, what exactly do you mean? What exactly do you mean, man? Alright, so that's good. And then we just need this one. And I think we're going to start working on the next one. Perfect. Okay, so actually, I kind of like this building in this area so far. I think it looks pretty good. Were you not in the tutorial world with Dan and Big B? No, I wasn't. That's the thing. Like, when I saw that video, I know which video you're actually talking about too. Because it was like going over like Minecraft Xbox YouTubers, and I wasn't in there. I was like, what? Are you kidding me? You know, because I, you know, it was, and again, I'm not really butthurt about it anymore. I don't really care anymore. But at the time, I was upset, you know, a little bit. I wasn't like, oh, I'm quitting YouTube forever, kind of mad. I was just like, oh, that kind of sucks, you know? All right, break this. I want to add one more. Actually, oh, yeah, we'll do it. Why not? Won't make a big difference. Like customized villagers, like knockback 1,000 swords and that kind of stuff. Oh, okay, so that kind of stuff. I don't really have that much of a use for that on this world, though. I mean, this world's only creative, so I don't really want to have villages. That way, one, I don't think it would, you know, Minecraft villages would not fit well in the city, I don't think. They wouldn't clash really well. Why did I change my name from Minecraft Builder 92 to Safety Boost? The age-old question. So the reason for that is because, you know, obviously with my name being tailored to Minecraft, it limited to what I could really do. And I get that, you know, a lot of people recognize that name. That's what they recognize me as. And I completely, you know, I never forgot that. It wasn't, you know, one of those things where it's like, I'm doing this to spite my fans. It was like, no, I'm doing this for myself. That way I had a backup plan for eventually when Minecraft does die down, because there for a long time, it's still kind of there. You know, it was at a massive peak that everybody was kind of watching it, and I didn't want to be, so we're going to have to do this for temporary. I didn't want to limit myself to one game because of the future, you know, what would be in store for my channel. So really it was just about a business decision. It wasn't about anything else. It wasn't about me hating the name. You know, I think it's kind of a different name, you know. It's definitely one that my fans definitely recognized, but at the same time, I wanted to prepare for the future. I wanted to record other games was one of the other main reasons. And there are a couple other reasons, but those are the main ones there. So hopefully that answers your question. All right, so build that up. So that should give it a little bit more texture to that wall. All right. It keeps telling me I can't join because I'm not friends with anyone in the game. Brick Smash, if you just send me a message, I will be able to add you. That way, I'm not going to be searching anybody's name. It just takes too long in the middle of a stream to do that. But if you want to send me a message, then I can just easily click on View Profile, Add Friend. So that's going to be your best bet to get into the world and friend me, is by doing it that way. Alright. So then, do we want to use glass panes for this next one? Trying to think what I want to do. My foot kind of itches. There's a couple different options we could really do here. I'm just trying to not limit myself too much, you know? There's so many different options that we could really go with. Just for now, we'll just use black glass. Yeah, there you go, Brick Smash. Got your message. More View Profile. And this is exactly why I do it this way. It makes it just a lot easier for me just to hit a couple buttons and typing in somebody's name and then searching for somebody's name, spelling it wrong, retyping it. You know, this way it just makes it a lot easier for everybody, in my opinion. All right, so we'll stack this up, come down. And, okay, that's good to go. Excuse me. If you made it a GTA server, it would be noticed. See, problem is, I mean, one, being on console, it's not going to work as well as PC's GTA worlds, you know? It's not going to be the same. Two, I don't really want it to be a GTA world. I don't want it to be a place where, I don't want it to be living yet. I mean, eventually when it's close enough to being done, I want to turn it into a survivor world to where, you know, like Hunger Games, make it kind of look destroyed, run down. But for now, I just want it to be just a regular city. That's pretty much all I want it to be right now. Alright, so I like that idea so far, so I think we're looking pretty good. Do we want it to be any wider? This might be a good start for it. So what we'll do is actually stack this up, then we'll come back down so it's too wide here on the ends. Your buildings are so detailed. Oh, well, thank you very much. You know, I definitely try to add a lot more detail in them than I used to, but at the same time, I'm not going to go like too overboard with detail when it comes to like small things here and there. Because to me, that stuff just takes too much time. You know, if I'm building this all by myself, I want to get from building to building and still make every building look good. I really feel like this building is looking good in this location so far. I think especially once we start adding more details to the windows and stuff like that, it's going to look even better. So I'm kind of excited for what that will look like when it's all said and done. Can I help you build a city? Unfortunately, I do not. One, there's a couple of reasons why. Again, this is nothing against you. A lot of people think that it is. I do not help anybody build cities, not because I don't like you, but simply because of the fact that, one, cities take a very long time to make. I mean, I've been working on this one for over a year, and it's not even close to being done. Two, you know, I don't really want to help people with cities because, again, kind of going back to point number one of they take a long time, and I'd rather be working on Southlake. And three, kind of just going back to kind of the same point, but I don't have the time between recording Southlake and doing all my other series that I want to do. I don't really have time to help people with their worlds, which I know it sucks, but, you know, you just got to kind of see it from my point of view here. Why don't you make a club so people won't have to find people? That is a good point. Well, that worked for Xbox, though, when it comes to joining. You know, because, like, I know there are clubs on Xbox, but will it actually work in a club way to where, hey, I don't have to be your friend, you know, you can join because you're part of the club. Does it work that way on Minecraft, you know? If it does, then yeah, we could easily do that. Might be a little bit easier. Alright, so there's that. Alright, so I want to make it start right here. So we're going to add a couple more things here and there. And I might need to get a glass of water soon. You know, streaming is one of those things where it's so easy but hard at the same time, because in a recording I can just stop talking and then edit out whatever I don't want to be heard. In a stream, you want to be talking 24/7, and it is so difficult. It's one of those things where it's so hard to do. Let's see. So then we want a gap of 4. So where's our... So it should start right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's where our next window is going to start. And then, ooh. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll add this here to make sure I get rid of it. You're pretty sure it does. Yeah, I mean, we can always try it out. Probably won't try it out tonight because this stream's not going to go on for too much longer. I do have some other stuff to do tonight. Oh, I dropped that by accident. And kind of going into a next talking point. So I know... A couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago, I did mention that I would be making Southlake a 2-week series to where you'd get 2 videos a week of it. And I haven't really been doing it that much, and I think for now I'm not actually going to do that. Simply because of the fact that if you guys have ever done YouTube, I'm not sure how many of you guys actually have. It is a very time-consuming thing, and it's not hard. It's hard on me, but it's also very hard on the people around me as well. And that's like the main thing that I need to focus on is the people around me, because I don't really get to spend as much time with my girlfriend anymore because I'm recording constantly, trying to grow the channels that I have. You know, there's a lot of stuff to do, and I just don't think I can maintain both, and I don't want to lose my relationship, so I will be taking breaks here and there, and when I can make 2 videos a week, I will, but it's not going to be like the first priority kind of thing that I wanted it to be originally, so. Man. Let's see. So that looks good. We have a subserver when the new update drops. So with these servers, kind of going asking you guys another question. If you guys know more about this than me, because you probably do. I haven't been following this stuff too much as of recent. Will I be able to make a world that even when I'm not on, you know, can people join? Is it fully gonna be like that, to where like Newfield City was always meant to be lately the subworld, to where it's a city that's already built. Why not just, you know, make it a subworld that people can expand? Only problem is, one, trying to balance that and also working on Southlake, one, became very difficult. So if I don't really have to manage it as much, you know, yeah, I don't see why I wouldn't have a subworld. And yeah, I think it would be kind of cool to see if it would actually work that way, you know. It's kind of a wait and see kind of thing. 1, 2, 3. All right, so now we just got to start going up again. So here, come all the way across. We'll go 1, 2, 3. So we'll go 3 all the way up. So right here. And 1, 2, 3. Oh, I feel better now. I had something caught in my throat. Yeah, so it's supposed to be like PC servers. Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see how it's just set up. You know, while I trust what 4J is saying, you know, I don't want to make any judgment calls about it yet because I haven't gotten to use it personally. I'm sure there are some things that are not going to, there's going to be some limitations on it. Just like anything else with consoles, you know, there's going to be some limitations, so we just got to be prepared for that. So really, we're just going to have to wait and see once it come out and see what we can really do with it, what's capable, what we can't do, and just all that kind of good stuff. So I think we're still good on 4 going all the way up. Awesome. God, the city is so inspiring. Even just flying around for a few minutes, I'm allowed to use the same of the. Am I allowed to use these same designs in my world? Of course. You know, I've never been one of those YouTubers who have always said, you know, one, a lot of the YouTubers that I've noticed that I've talked to, they don't allow people to come into their worlds. Me, whenever I'm on Southlake, you can always join most of the time. If you can't, usually there's for a good reason. 90% of the time, though, my world's always on open, simply because of the fact that it's the same thing you guys might have heard me say before, but I can show you 30 videos of a certain building that you want to build, but if you can come into the world and make it yourself, see it from the views that you want to see it, take your time, you know, it makes it a lot easier for you to actually build something that you're passionate about and something that you really want to build. So yes, you are completely allowed to use these designs as much as you want. All I ask is if you do use them and if you ever make videos about them, you know, just let people know that, hey, you know, I got this idea or design from Safety Boost. You know, it doesn't really matter to me. I'm not going to sue you or do anything like that going over a house. I mean, I'm not like that. I'm not that kind of person. You know, I get that this game is meant to inspire people. That's the thing about this game. And about a series like this is that it's made for people to come onto the world and build, and whatever they see that they want to build, copy it, you know, get the inspiration that you want. You can do whatever you want. If you want to come onto the world and record, I don't care. You know, if you want to make videos on Southlake, you know, you're not going to be able to build, but if you want to join and do city tours and stuff like that for your own channel, go right ahead. I don't care. It's not going to bother me. Again, kind of just going back to just when you upload the video, just make sure you give me credit in the video and just in the comments just say this world belongs to this person. That's all I ask. You know, I don't care what you guys do. So, all right. So I think this building's looking pretty good so far. I'm trying to think if we just want to continue any designs with it or if we want to stop it now, because we could make it a little bit longer. So, Extreme Addict 52, thank you for following the channel. All right, so what we might do is, we might come back with this a little bit. So we'll do 1, 2, 1, 2. There's something just like this, pretty simple idea here. So I like that. And then we'll come back one more, and then we're gonna turn it. I guess we could actually just keep using the black wool, or Concrete, that's what it is. Concrete, that's what we're using. And then end it like this. We'll have this actually come all the way over to about here. And, ooh, this actually might work because it's at a different elevation. So what I'm thinking might actually work how I want it to work, which is usually doesn't happen that easily. All right, so let's take out our glass again. And now we start stacking up. Again, we're going to add in some more detail and all that good stuff to the windows later on. Just for now, we're trying to get the main idea and building set up. And then we can start adding some more stuff here and there. You know, I was thinking about this the other day. One of the next things I want to build is a convention center. You know, I really feel like a big city should have one. I just got to figure out where I want to put it, what kind of design I want to have. Some of the other things I want to build soon is a college. I want to build one of those. I want to build a brewery across the river. I think that'd be really cool. And last but not least, I do want to make another stadium. I'm not sure what kind of stadium I want to go with yet. I've been debating about soccer and football, you know, kind of incorporating the two into one. I'm not really sure yet, though. I mean, I have so many different ideas for what I want to do, but stadiums take up so much space that I need to, you know, really plan it out ahead of time, what I really want it to look like. All right. Brick Smash, thank you for following the channel. All right, so then what we need to do is just use, where is it? How do we want to use light gray? Yeah, we'll use the light gray. So here, kind of just coming up. Actually, we need to use the black on a different, oh no we don't, we're fine. So just have this come out like this. Do a football stadium. See, I like building soccer stadiums though. Soccer is my favorite sport, so that's why I've always leaned towards soccer stadiums that I build. But again, I'm not really sure. You know, these stadiums are going to be massive. They're not going to be tiny stadiums. They're going to be probably bigger than the baseball stadium that we have now. All right, hey guys, I'm gonna go get a cup of water real quick. My throat's getting pretty dry, so give me maybe a minute, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Oh, I do feel so much better now, though. I feel so much more. I feel like I can actually talk again. You know. So we're good there. Actually, I want to maybe break this up a little bit into maybe 5. Can I join? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. The world should be unopened. If you're not friends with me, send me a message, and then I can add you through the message system. It just becomes a lot easier. We will be trying to do some party system, or group, I think is what it's called. I think is what somebody said it was. We will try that here in a little bit. So, that won't be today, though. That'll be some other time, but I want to try it because it sounds like might as well give it a shot. We can make a safety boost crew, you know, a little group that we can make a clan. Yeah, there we go. The classic, you know, I used to actually run a clan back in the day. I can't remember, I think it was called PSG, yeah. So it was called PSG, I remember that because I started it. I forgot what it stood for. Yeah, I really can't remember what it stood for at the time. But yeah, I created a clan, I think I got up to like 50 people. And this was before like YouTube and doing all that. This was just when I was younger and I played games 24/7, didn't have a life. And yeah. Those were the days. Those were the days when I could just mess around and just be stupid. They're clubs. That's right. Yep. Yeah, so we'll try to make a club in the next couple of days and see how it goes. We'll see if it works like it should. If it doesn't, you know, oh well, we tried, but it doesn't hurt to have clubs set up anyways, I don't think. All right. Oh, didn't want to do that. So break that. Come out one. Are you a YouTuber? Yes, I am. I mainly do YouTube, but I have been kind of transitioning more into doing some live streaming. I think it's just a little bit more enjoyable right now. But then, you know, I do a lot of other games too. So if you just found out about me from Mixer, I guess I can tell you that this channel is mainly meant to playing other games, but we still do play Minecraft usually once a week on this channel. So, isn't Hypebot and StreamJar the same thing? No, so they are different, and that's kind of what I was talking about earlier, was that I've been trying different, what am I thinking? Different overlays and stuff like that for the stream. And StreamBot is more just there for chat. And then, what's the other one? Or not, I can't remember. Hypebot is the one that's just for text. That's what I'm thinking of. StreamJar is the one that actually makes the overlays that when somebody subscribes to the channel, that you can see on the screen. It shows all the stuff up top, like who's the most recent subscriber, and stuff like that. You know, I think StreamJar is what I'm gonna mainly be using from now on. I think I just like it how it's set up more, and it's very easy to change and adapt to what you want to do. So you're probably gonna see more of that in the future of streams than anything else. So I need to figure out how to get rid of Hypebot because they pretty much just repeat stuff in the chat. And I also need to get rid of, it might just be Hypebot that I'm thinking of. Yeah, so I just need to get rid of Hypebot and then keep the StreamJar because that's the main one I want to be using right now. Alright, so how's that looking? This is becoming a very long building. We can actually make this into the convention center. It actually could be, honestly. It's big enough so far, and we haven't even made the width of it. So, we actually might have the possibility of doing that. We'll have to wait and see. Alright, so we need to start this next window right here. Is where it needs to start. So, I'm trying to think how exactly I want to go about doing this. Let's see. Maybe stairs? I guess it need to be one lower. So, like this. So maybe what we'll do is actually start with the glass. So 1, 2, 3 is what I want to have. Actually go 4. So 4, then 3, and then do we want it to be like more of a? I'm trying to think what exactly I want to go with on this. Let me take out some glass panes. Where are they? Which one do we want to use? Probably white will be the go-to one here. So if we add one here, here, here. There. No, see, I want to have one on the corners. Let's see. Yes, I'm not sure if I like that. So we put one here. Yes, I don't want to have one on the end, though, because then that doesn't look good, in my opinion. So either we need to make this one block longer. I guess that might be the best bet. I think it would look too small if it was the other way around. Like that, and then bam. Bam, and then we need one more. So, bam. So then that will be that. And this will be the next start of our building. Right here. So then we just kind of repeat the same thing. So bam, 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 and bam. So, how's that looking? I think it'll be interesting to see. And the only reason why I'm doing it this way is simply because of the fact that it's at a lower elevation, actually. So I think this could actually be very useful and look really cool if we do it correct. So, really just have to wait and see how it turns out. Hopefully it turns out good. I'm hoping it will. So then we just kind of stack these things up. 2. So I think after we get done with this window, guys, I'm going to probably get off for the night and stop the stream. I would like to stream more, but I do have some other stuff to take care of tonight. So, yeah, I will be doing some more streaming. Probably, I'm trying to think. Maybe on Friday. It will not be Minecraft, though, most likely. It will just be Rainbow Six Siege, Battlefield, you know, some other games that VJ and I will most likely play together. Hopefully we're not praying together. That'd be kind of weird when we're playing video games. So, yeah. Just kind of letting you guys know that, you know, while I would love you guys to keep coming back to the streams, I understand why a lot of you guys won't, because you're looking just for the Minecraft streams and stuff like that. So I get it, but I will greatly appreciate it if all you guys subscribe to the channel or follow, I think is the correct term for right now. It really helps out the stream and just helps it grow, just like any YouTube channel or any, streaming channel for that matter. But yeah, I mean, it would greatly appreciate it, especially if you guys come back to the streams week after week or day after day. Whenever I'm doing streams, I mean, it would be greatly appreciated. So every little thing helps, and everybody helps as well. So, just thought I'd give it a little tiny shout out right now. And I'm still trying to find ways to incorporate you guys into the actual YouTube videos. So these will be cut into Southlake City episodes. I've been trying to think of more ways to incorporate everybody who joins to the stream into a video, but I'm not sure how I'd really do that, especially if the channel keeps growing. How is that really going to be possible to do with everybody? And I also keep track of everybody who joins the stream because I don't get a list. So it will be kind of difficult to see, but I'm sure there's ways to do it and I can look into it, but just for now, I think we're going to be fine. All right, there's that. So then we just stack up. Bum, 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 bum. Halo 112, thank you for following the channel. Much appreciated. So let's see how this looks here in a second when we take a step back. So I'm interested to see how this will turn out. I hope it turns out good. In my head, I have like an idea set. I'm just not sure if that idea is going to be the right way. So we come back this way. There we go. And then we just got one more to do after this. I can't join because I'm not friends with anyone. So since the stream's about to end, I'm not going to be adding more people right now. But if you want to join for the next stream, all you got to do is just simply send me a message, and then it makes it a lot easier for me to add you. So, boom. Okay, so if we take a step back, there's still a lot of stuff to be completed, and like the roof and all that good stuff, there's still a lot of stuff to be done. But I think so far, I think we're looking kind of good. So we just got to add some more window designs and all that good stuff. But I think this is a good stopping point. And we actually could make this into a convention center, I think. I was kind of talking about a convention center, but and this kind of has like, I don't know why in my opinion, but it kind of has like that convention center feel. And I'm not sure what it is about it that makes me have that feel, but there's something about it, and I'm not really sure what. So, let me just add you real quick. Oh, not what I wanted. Your profile, add friends. There you go. All right, well, guys, I'm going to be ending the stream. I know I wish I could keep going for longer, but like I said, I got some more stuff to do tonight. So thank you guys for coming to the stream. It is greatly appreciated. This will be put up on YouTube sometime soon. Just kind of be aware of that. And I will talk to you guys later. Thank you very much for watching, and bye-bye.